killing me.
And Terry Labonte, a lot of damage to the nose of that car.
What if he tore it up?
Do you guys notice the old kicks? The old white kicks? Yeah, it's because my stupid ass stepped in the mud, you know, not last night, but the night before, because of the fact that, during the 4th of July bash in turns 1 and 2 with Jerry Springer Man and Fireball Man, the water slide, caused a bunch of mud, and even Jerry Springer Man wasn't too thrilled about it. And I did a hell of a job avoiding it all day and night, and then I had a... Bye, Titi Tish. Yeah, and then, of course, I had to I mean, not that I had control of it, but I had to ruin it at the very end when I was trying to say my goodbyes, and then boom, I stepped in the mud. So hopefully I can get that shit cleaned up before the Brook Park Docuseries is coming Sunday. But I don't think I put any deodorant on. So let me just go back inside and double check that. That's better. Okay, so therefore, yeah, these kicks feel really, really loose. These kicks feel really, really loose because it's so weird because I'm so used to the new ones. But I'm pretty sure once they're all cleaned up and have that stupid ass mud off, we'll be able to wear those again. As long as they're clean by the time we get to the Brook Park Docuseries this coming Sunday, that's all I care about. So we're in a little bit of a hurry up mode because we came out really late today, but I promise you it's going to be worth it. And of course, because of that, no calm before the storm TikTok today. Okay, so we're going into turn 1. I mean, look how much more different oh my God, it's we're not being attacked. It's, nobody's, throwing gunfire. That's how you know it's 4th of July. It's someone's throwing fireworks behind turn 1. But I was going to say, look, we're going into turn 2 right now. Look how much different it looks compared to Sunday. It's quiet. Oh, I'll show you where the mud was. How I kind of fucked temporarily until I clean them. Fucked up my newer white kicks. See, look at the turn 2 infield. That's where the mud was and how I kind of fucked up my white Adidas kicks. I mean, man, Jerry Springer Man was trying to blow up turns 1 and 2 all day and nights that Sunday. And even the infield too. Holy crap. I mean, we just started out here. So I'm pretty sure we'll get... And notice the difference from last year's 4th of July neighborhood fun, tear it up like Terry Labonte. Okay, this is the Ryan Newman installment. And last year, I think when we did this was Dale Jr. So look at that, link in the description. We had overcast skies here a year ago today. But 1, it was still kind of pretty warm, and 2, it never rained. So it didn't rain. So this year's like a night and day difference because now we have sunny skies. I mean, this year was a late one because we woke up so late. And second of all, last year we had big plans last year, and we went to bed at a decent hour after what was it called? Whose car alarm going off? Last night. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Anyway, yesterday we went. Last year we went to bed on July 3rd, I think it was, really, really early. And we got up early the next day, and then we're having fun all day. Today, unfortunately, it's just going to be an all evening thing. So therefore, if this is a shorter video than last year's, I apologize in advance. You've been warned like Ward Burton's, and you already know why. Yeah, as you can tell, Look who's back from vacation. That orange Jeep, that's my man Vinny and his beautiful wife, Marianne. The one in the brown Nissan. Yep. The one that you kind of saw in the Fun in the Sun season 3 premiere. Yep, they're back from vacation. I don't know where they went, but man, it's good to have them back. I missed them a ton. I mean, man. And look at all these people that are out for 4th of July. Holy crap. Even for a late one, we're making really good progress, even though we've only been out here for a short period of time. I mean, what more can you ask for? Doesn't get any better than that. God bless America. Okay, so now we're going down this way. But this outfit, Tim Duncan outfit, and the modern day current, modern day present, modern day present time black, current, modern day current black one that's exactly like this one, but in like inverse color, the black one with the white decals. I will not be wearing that one to the Brook Park Docuseries this Sunday, nor will I be wearing the white Fiesta one from 21-22. No, I will not, because I already wore the white Fiesta one for the Jerry Springer Man Fireball Man 4th of July bash in turns 1 and 2. I'm hoping that, my mom can start getting consistent with the laundry, even with my sister being here, considering she leaves the morning of the docuseries. That way, we're going to wear the turquoise one, the one they used this past season, which obviously will now go down in the history books as the last year without and or before Wembenyama. Kind of like how 96-97 was the last year before and or without more like before Tim Duncan. The first season without Tim Duncan was 16-17. Kind of like how Robinson was drafted in 87, but the Spurs had to wait till 89-90 due to his naval commitment. So the last year the Spurs, the best Spurs basketball season that took place before David Robinson was 88-89. Kind of like how, the first season without Robinson, like after Robinson, because, after Duncan was 16-17, after Robinson was 03-04. Because even though I kind of felt this more with Tim Duncan in 16-17, I felt it a little bit with Robinson in 03-04, but it was not, as weird without him, because I was a kid, and, when Robinson was in his prime before Tim, I was either not alive or just a baby when those days took place. It's even the days where Rodman was on the team. And, people like, what the fuck? Robinson was on, people like, Vinny Del Negro was only on the team when Duncan he was on the team most of the time. Well, mostly when either before I was born or when I was a baby. The only time he was on the team with me being there, of course with Duncan being there, was Duncan's first year. People who were on the team, like some of those people lasted until Duncan's first year. Vinny Del Negro, Carl Herrera, Chuck Person. You had people like people who were there like before that I didn't get to see play in a Spurs uniform, like Vernon Maxwell or washed up Dominique Wilkins, considering we used them as a scapegoat. The original Charles Smith, the one that was there in 96-97, not the one that was there in 01-02 when Parker was drafted. But yeah, goes to show you how long I've been a Spurs fan. Is like, wow. This coming year, whether I watch the games or not, will be year 27. Year 27. Can't believe I'm that old, considering I'm 29 now. I've been a fan of 27. I've been a fan of the Spurs for 27 out of my 29 years I've lived. Well, I just figured out who's been launching these fireworks the whole time. It's the comedian Mohammed Mustafa. His first name is spelled as the last name as. Oh, hey, Emma. Anyway, but Mo's full first name is spelled exactly the same way as the last name of former Spurs center, Nazi Mohammed, the one that was traded from New York to San Antonio for Malik Rose. And one of those many no-name centers that, the Spurs picked up long after David Robinson retired, because first it was Nesterovic, and then, of course, Nesterovic was also first half of 04-05, but then when Nazi came from New York and exchanged for Malik, Nesterovic ended up getting injured I think it was the second to last game of the regular season. I remember looking at it on the internet and on Lenore, like right before the playoffs started, and right as Tim Duncan came back from that serious ankle injury that he suffered in Detroit against the Pistons on a game I attended March 28, 2005, which obviously cost us a win. We lost 110-101. I bet you we win that game if Tim doesn't get injured opening 2 minutes of the contest. But then, Duncan comes back, then Nesterovic injures himself. And then, of course, because of that, Nesterovic lost his job as the starting center to Nazi Mohammed. So, yeah. So all these name connections were based on, pop culture of things, and things we like and all that stuff, The pop culture, things and pop culture we followed almost our whole lives. The Spurs, sometimes NASCAR, all this other good stuff that, or basketball in general, racing in general, sports in general, music in general, or just Ricky Martin alone. Because, Ricky Bennett, the one who you got to see in Shiloh Verico's birthday tribute, and his wife Veronica, his maiden name is Martinez, meaning she's a Latin descent. It's kind of funny because guess whose name, oh, look, it's Marianne. Like I was saying, Ricky Bennett's wife, Veronica, is, like Latin descent, a maiden name Martinez. And ironically, I really like, obviously you could tell by that, little interaction with him unexpected interaction with him in Shiloh Verico's birthday tribute, that I really like him a lot, and his son Caden, as Caden, Veronica, Kendall, and I all met August 26, 2020, the same day I met Matthew Flesher. And I know his real name is Rick, but on Facebook he goes by Ricky. I'm not sure what his real name is, whether it's Rick or Ricky, but the first thing I always think of when I see his name Ricky on Facebook is Ricky Martin, name connections. Am I right? Yeah, but I wanted to tell you guys about my experience on Sunday night that was spent off camera with the 4th of July bash with Jerry Springer Man and Fireball Man. Okay, so, yeah. Besides the whole getting the new kicks, white kicks all muddy, having to wear the old ones for now until those get cleaned up. Hopefully just in time for the Brook Park Docuseries on Sunday. So, apparently, yeah, I got Leonard Skinner in the beginning. That's what set me. I was all calm and everything, and not as hyper. But then as soon as they played Sweet Home Alabama, that's what set me off. And that was the teller of the tale for the rest of the evening. And then Jerry Springer Man and I staged "Living La Vida Loca," but then before the end, we kind of staged, but also didn't stage "The Cup of Life." Originally, they didn't have it. So I walked away saying that's okay, and I guess they kind of felt bad. So without me even knowing, because I wasn't paying any attention, they went to YouTube. Oh, Robert Yates, man. Hold that thought. Anyway, I guess I kind of felt bad because as soon as I walked away, I think over in the turn 2 infield, turn 2 infield, I was talking to Grayson, and apparently as soon as I walked away, they decided to get off Windows Media Player, go on YouTube and look it up, and as soon as I heard the music video playing, I went from instant, just chit-chat with Grayson, and then to my mood went from 0 to 100 in a nanosecond. I was like, oh my God, and then I just took off running full speed away from Grayson all the way to the Rezabeck's driveway and turned 2 and just started dancing away. Now that one I was able to finish, even though I was huffing and puffing more with La Copa de la Vida than I was La Vida Loca. So, and then the fireworks story. Yeah, so therefore it was me, Officer John's kids, Lincoln, Quinn, Hattie, Zach, Sean. We were basically shitting ourselves because of the fact that, we were scared to death. We were scared to death. Because I'll tell you what happened. In my life, 29 years I've lived, I've never watched fireworks up close the way I have here in the happiest place in Northeast Ohio. Because even when I actually did live in Brook Park and we decided to celebrate the home days with the rest of the city, or even when my grandparents lived there before I became sort of well known there, during my time living there, but not as well known as I've been here in Ridgeville. We were always watching them from a distance, and there was nothing to be worried about. But thing is, I've never watched them up close before. We could have had the same experience last year if we never had to go home early. So sadly about last year, whether we would have been just scared last year too, we'll never know. But this year, yeah, the people I just named and myself, we were basically shitting ourselves. Because A, it was closer than we used to, or B, it was too loud, or C, we had the fear of getting hit by actual fireworks or leftover debris. And let's see who this is. Yeah, I have no idea who that is. But anyway, so apparently, sorry. So yeah, Caden, oh my God. So Caden Clampham's little brother, Lincoln, You know, we were standing in the Ninja, I think, was it Crouch of Doom's drive or was it Ninja Fighters drive? I think it was Ninja Fighters, and a firework in the turn 2 infield. The turn 2 infield was littered in debris from all the fireworks, and it was filled with mud from the water slide. So poor Link ended up getting hit in the leg by an actual fiery firework, and that shit looked like it hurt because we were all scared, including me. But for me, I was more scared for him than I was for myself. And that shit looked like it hurt. I hope he's doing better today. And therefore, Officer John's kids were covering their ears. If y'all remember, as Connor's laying some over here on the back straightaway, the entrance to turn 3. No, not Connor. Officer John's kids were covering their ears because they didn't like the noise. And so when I was sitting with them and Officer John himself and his wife Samantha, I ended up getting hit not once but twice by debris. And so I'm like, fuck this. I said, fuck this. I'm getting out. I'm getting away. And then me, Zach, Sean, Hattie, and Quinn, even Mason Allison, a lot of us were hiding in the Crotch of Doom's garage to avoid getting hit. It was so crazy. It was really scary. But at the same time, even though it was really crazy and scary, it was a shitload of fun. And something I'm forever going to cherish for the rest of my life. So as scary and crazy as that shit was with that whole experience, I'm not going to let it have a negative effect on me, my best friends, my loved ones, or my friends in general. We're always going to cherish it as like a positive experience. Something we're never going to forget, that maybe one day, that if Rachel and I are lucky enough to be together for that long, and, you know, we ended up getting married and we have a child, or my younger friends, you know, like even the ones that are like teenagers, you know, where they find girlfriends and boyfriends, and some of them already have boyfriends and girlfriends, right? Like, you know, like Sean and Zach and Duke, you know, when they get old, then they finally find girlfriends, like they're the right person for them, and they get married and they have a kid. It's going to be a hell of a story to tell their kid. You know, same for the littler ones that I've known since, you know, they were really like toddlers and everything, or even, you know, that are like growing into, you know, like pre-teens going into early teens, you know, they're going up to be 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. One day when they get older, do they have a girlfriend or a boyfriend? By the time I become an old geezer, they're going to have a hell of a story to tell their boyfriend, girlfriend, and one day when they become husband and wife, and one day they have a kid. I mean, the future is looking bright here in the happiest place in Northeast Ohio, as well as this whole city itself, along with, you know, this whole county as a whole. Okay, so we haven't gone over here yet. We haven't. So there's looking like there's no activity going on. Like Werewolf Mama and Jenna aren't out. Well, not that it matters for them particularly, because they're going to be leaving in a few weeks anyway, along with Melania over that way on Mo Street. Yeah, Mo Street, where the Beals are, you know, where we had Josh's Bill Elliott 9th birthday party, all that stuff. And when we threw it down like Johnny Benson over there 2 different times. Once, you know, on the front porch randomly, and another like during the Browns, was it season opener or home opener later that same fall. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's any activity over here, because look at that, you know, doesn't look like Holly and Tony are around. Kaylee and Josh are nowhere to be found. Ashley is busy, so let's turn around and go back. So we're gonna go down, you know, Melania, Mo, and Beale Street to see if there's any activity going on down there besides, you know, Mo's family. You know, it's a different part of Mo's family right there this year, because last year, the one from last year is all in Florida, unfortunately, so it's really not the same people. So we're just gonna go make one lap down that straightaway. But if not, we'll just go back. We'll just kill ourselves and we'll go back. Doesn't look like the Beals are anywhere to be seen. Look at that, Melania's leaving. Kind of sad. I mean, the Beals not being there is normal, because sometimes you're not all your best friends, you know, loved ones, and, you know, friends in general are just gonna be there, you know, to hang out with and, you know, talk to and do stuff with. But that's not the sad part. The Melania leaving part is sad. I know. I got told that, you know, by one of my real life Sandy Ridge friends, that everybody hates Melania. Well, if they do, let them have at it. Me, I don't hate her. In fact, I don't hate anyone unless they're mean to me first. I do not hate her. I do not hate anyone. I do not hate anyone at all, because I'm a lover, not a fighter. My godfather, Nicky Mazzio, was the exact same way. He never hated anyone. He loved everyone and everything, and was an amazing person, an awesome guy. Has got something in my shoe, in which, you know, he loved everyone and everything. And, you know, which is why I'm kind of like that. I kind of like that, which is exactly kind of why I'm the same way today, considering when, obviously, you know the story. I was a baby. 1 year, I was a year old. I barely knew him, and he passed away Mother's Day 1995, exactly Sunday, May 11th. So I never really got a true legitimate shot with them. So if there's, you know, in terms of, you know, stuff from that time period when I was a baby, I don't remember a damn thing, except when people tell me, or if I look at pictures through photo albums, or, you know, on social media, or just read stuff all over social media and in people's photo albums. You know, that's the only way I remember. Physically wise, no, I do not remember a damn thing. But he would have been Donnie Neuenberger, 52 years of age, on June 23rd, which also would have been my mom and dad's, you know, wedding anniversary, had they not gotten divorced in 2017, which is a story that started back in August 2016. I'm more open to share that kind of stuff. Well, not the whole deceased family member stuff. I've always been open to share that. I really wasn't comfortable, you know, sharing in the beginning, I wasn't comfortable sharing old videos of, you know, my dad, here when he and my mom, with the last years of his marriage to my mom, like dating back videos that, you know, from 2015 and 16, when, you know, he was here every day, the last kind of top part of my life where he was here in my life every day, you know. And also I wasn't comfortable in the beginning of, you know, sharing, you know, stories about their split up, because it kind of bothered me in the beginning. But now that doesn't bother me as much anymore. I'm okay. I mean, I'm pretty much more comfortable telling stories like that now. Like, you know, I'm 29 years old. This happened, I started when I was 22, and you know, I got finalized when I was 23. I was 24, 25, you know, when it bothered me a lot. 26, you know, I got 26 when he got married again to what is now my stepmom. I was 26. By the time I turned 27, it's like, you know what? I'm starting to get used to it. I mean, basically, I didn't have a choice. But by 2022, when I was 28, yeah, I'm okay. Doesn't really bother me as much anymore. It started not to bother me as much in 2022. And by 2023, now it doesn't even bother me at all. So, therefore, yeah, June 23rd would have been my mom and dad's wedding anniversary. So, therefore, I'm pretty much okay with telling that kind of stuff now. I'm pretty much okay, you know, with, you know, living through it. I mean, I know when I was at work on 23rd, I was thinking about my mom. I was worried about her. And luckily, it was warm out. And normally, my rule is I do not answer the phone or call people myself at work unless it's an emergency. But in the summertime, there's an exception. And I'll tell you why I have the rule in place. Because if I didn't have that rule in place, like, say, in the cold weather months, then I can't even go outside to answer the phone, because it's just too damn cold. And, you know, I don't want to freeze to death, especially we don't want any, you know, we do not. Who's that? I see someone over here. Nico? I knew that was you. How are you still here? Damn. You see, even when it's, like I was saying, even when it's nice out like now, it's like especially now with, you know, ViaQuest rules being completely different from Triad rules. I mean, to be fair, Triad rules and ViaQuest rules have always been different from Murray Ridge rules in terms of where you can be with them without staff. But the ViaQuest rules state, you know, if you want to be outside to, like, chill, you got to make sure there's a staff member, you know, nearby. Or if you're going to go out there without staff, I don't know if they implement this rule that much, but you got to tell someone before you go outside. But even they don't let you do that, because that's like 20% of the time they'll let you do that. 80% of the time they need you to have staff be out there with you. You know, it's not that they don't trust us or anything. It's just that, you know, they just don't want nothing bad to happen to us. Like, what if they let us out there by ourselves, and then all of a sudden, you know, we get snatched, we get kidnapped, or we get robbed or mugged or something like that. See, they're just looking out for our safety. So yeah, so therefore, I mean, see, so that's the thing. But if Oh, hey, Rick. So if I have a call to make, because I think of it, or someone calls me, but I'll make it in the warm weather months, like in the summertime, like right now, or even during the warm parts of spring, I will make an exception to the rule, meaning like, if someone's calling me and the weather's nice enough to like this where I can go outside, like talk to everybody in peace. That's the same reason why I have it implemented in the winter, because I do not want my client, my fellow like coworkers, like even my like friends, asking me, all these questions though, because it's not like, for example, all the stuff I talk about with my family is none of their business. I mean, it's the same thing for like other clients and the staff. Like, that's why I have that rule in place, because of the fact that it's. I just do not want, and translate, long story short, I do not want, the other clients knowing my business. I mean, it's staff, it's different, because they're, of course, one of the rules is you got to go to staff for help, not the other clients, because, other clients you go to help and then they'll spread your business around the whole workshop, and that's how drama starts. See, that's what I've been trying to avoid. If someone goes to me for help, like another client, I just automatically decline, saying, you got to go to staff for help. I'm not going to get in trouble for bending the rules. So yeah, like I remember Gavin, called me, Gary's son called me at work by accident. But since it was nice out, I went to go run outside and answer the phone. By the time I answered, he already hung up. But yeah, I will make an exception to the rule if the weather's nice, where I can go outside and I can go to be on the phone by myself. When no other clients, eavesdropping on the conversation, But anyway, let's get to the point. So on the 23rd of last month, I immediately thought about it, because I haven't thought about it for the last year, maybe, I didn't even think about it last year because it really didn't bother me as much. So this year I did think about it. So I had to excuse myself from the building to call my mom. And so luckily for me, it doesn't bother her too much either. So we're all in the right place and state of mind right now, compared to in 2016, 2017 and 18, and maybe a little bit of 19. But anyway, we're about to go park the bus and, call it a night, Just wanted to come out here and do a little quick, basic 4th of July, neighborhood fun, tear it up like Terry Labonte vlog. And sadly, no TikTok dances were done on this day, but that's okay, because we got 3 days we got people still launching up fireworks in honor of the holiday. And there's a big fireworks show later tonight, like there was in last year's video. Go look at that link in the description. It's okay if we miss it, because, we got to see a shitload last year, and that's a plenty. So until next time, this is Mark Oliveira signing off. So we got 3 days to prepare for the Brook Park Docuseries. So keep in mind, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, we got to see if we got to try to have a clean record and not miss any of the 3 days for any reason, whether it's no reason at all or a damn good reason. That way we can do final preparations on Saturday, Sunday, the real thing, as long as the rain stays away. And then, of course, Sunday, Sunday, okay. And then Monday, guessing that the weather is going to be just like this, just hotter or just as hot. We get to earn that day off to rest up. So have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Life will give you a lot of lows. When you hit a high, enjoy it. It ain't for the weak. Goddamn, pace yourself, bring your ass, be you. You have to try harder to do less. You can't deport a dream. Sometimes the worst things in life lead to the best things. Always bet on the side of love. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Sometimes you just got to be present. You never fail until you stop trying. It never pays to worry too much about things. It's never too late to turn the day around. Another day in time, another day to shine. Sometimes you just gotta flock yourself, trust your instinct, stand up for yourself, not back down to anyone. All for one, one for all. You gotta bounce. Just you think things will never be okay again. Here comes a miracle that proves you way wrong. A connection can happen when you least expect it. Honesty is the best policy. Sometimes you just gotta dive in, follow your dreams, show up for the rest of your life. When you're all trained together, every day is a win. There is no tomorrow. Everyone is strong in many different ways. Sometimes you don't get to choose who you love. Take care, everyone. Good night, and I will find a time and a place to finally, do the next episode of Villains of Valley and finally start Pretty Freaking Scary, the World Series debut. So until we get to that point, or whatever that next video may be, or let alone the Brook Park Docuseries, Have a great rest of your 4th of July, and I will catch you all next time. See you later, everyone. God bless America.
The way